This was working. Now it's not working again. It's not working. Why? Why isn't it working? Connect the dongle. I've had to do that in forever. Ooh, hold on. Going down. Right? We're gonna try something different. There we go. Try plugging this in. Requested. Replugged in. Still not recognizing my computer. Oh dear, what's going on? Hmm. is happening? Hello! Am I muted? God damn it. I shouldn't be. No, I'm having issues connecting to my tablet again. I don't know what's going on. It's problematic because I need this tablet to work. And I don't know why it's not. I'm not asking ChatGPT why it's not working. This is why I didn't want to update. Every time you update something, it always fucks it up. Hello, Fenrir. How Arctic. Hi, how are you? I'm having trouble with my tablet, so I'm trying to fix this issue. It's just not detecting my device at all. I'm gonna uninstall and reinstall. Oh, I know he's doing that. He already told me he was gonna sell them. The thing is, we have a cousin who's like super into cracking packs and like vintage shit. And the funny part is like that same cousin, which is our dad's sister's kid. So it's very funny because his parents also found packs when they moved like 6 or 7 years ago. They moved to Florida from New York, and his mom also found a bunch of vintage packs that she had forgotten to give away as stocking stuffers many moons ago, and it was mad funny because she also sold them for quite a bit. What does that mean, Alfonso? Alright, are you done uninstalling this shit so that I can download again? Oh yeah, no. We are fully aware that our mother has a problem with the hoarding situation. I assume my brother sent you the pictures. It's bad. It's bad. And it's really funny because my husband's mom is the complete and total opposite of my mom. So like my husband's mom in the past like 2-3 years has gone through a huge cleansing of things that has in the house. She's getting rid of clothes, she's getting rid of like she's got a lot of costume jewelry and things like that because she likes to get, you know, all dolled up and everything. And she was cleansing her costume jewelry, she was cleansing her daughter's closet, she was throwing out other stuff. She was giving us stuff that we didn't want or need because she's just like, it's good stuff, you should have it. But I don't want to have it. It's mad funny. So yeah, she was she's in the like the de-hoarding. It's interesting because like his mom collects things. Alright, so install. WhatsApp. I wish it was WhatsApp. Hey BB, haven't seen you in a while. Happy New Year. How's your year starting off? Are you getting a lot of work? I'm trying to fix my freaking tablet. I think I also have an account already, right? Surely. That's so much driving, what the heck? $250 of drive. That's like 4 or 5 hours of driving. What the heck? Okay, whatever. We don't need to update this now. Ugh, this is so obnoxious. I don't fucking know what I ordered. Nah. Pain in my ass. That's awesome. Have I been? Okay. A little bit crazy. A little bit crazy. As you can see, I have my new model. Very cute, very happy. Took a long time to get. Or to make, rather. Currently having trouble setting up my tablet again, which is very obnoxious. But other than that, doing pretty well. My brother got me super sick when I was down in Florida for Christmas seeing my grandmother. So that was not fun. What else? Here we go. Yeah, so I got sick for Christmas. That was not fun. My office is imploding. And depending on whether or not we can sign jobs in the next couple weeks will determine if I have a job in the next few weeks, which is not exactly reassuring. But yeah, okay. There's gotta be device manager. And yeah. Just overall a little bit weird. It's falling apart through a lot of things. Okay, so before we went on break, I made a really massive mistake. And I'm not gonna lie, it was a pretty massive, expensive mistake. And it was kind of... It was 100% my fault. For not doing my due diligence. Basically, I ordered $25,000 worth of windows. And several of the windows were wrong. And then the other problem was that none of the windows matched what the client had originally had purchased for their house. Yeah. So this was, like, known to the client. Like, they knew that they were getting Pella windows and not the Marvins that they originally had in their design and that they originally had in their house. So they fully knew that they weren't going to match, but where I messed up was that what they had previously ordered was black exterior, white interior, and what I ordered was black exterior, black interior. So then they were like, oh god, we hate this. This is terrible. This doesn't match. But then the wife ended up liking the black, and she's like, okay, we're only going to ask you to replace the windows that were previously replaced so that we could have all new matching windows. Fine, great, dandy. That was the cheaper solution. Then we find out that when the guys are installing the windows, that the guy who framed the house, because we had a subcontractor frame the house, the new addition to the house, framed all of the windows, the openings, to the exact size that the windows were ordered at, because there was no like rough opening dimension on the drawings versus actual dimension of the windows. Big problem. So yeah, it was pretty bad. And then we found out that some of the windows actually came in the wrong size, so we had to reorder a bunch of them. So essentially only half of the order was usable, which in the end, it's like a $40,000 loss with the labor time it took to install the windows, having to order the client essentially 12 new windows of, let's call it 35 windows. So I made a huge blunder. I am actually getting demoted, which I think is deserved, and I'm just happy I'm not losing my job outright, because it's very much a lose a job offense. There were a lot of points in which I could have remedied or checked the issue before it got to where it is, and I just missed all of those marks. So between that and then like just catastrophic errors in the field with the crew, the company is like, there's no cushion, there's no more savings for the company, which is bad because we've burned through it through so many mistakes. And it's really unfortunate. Product serial number. Girl, what the fuck? WV 200. What you mean it doesn't match the product model? What the fuck? Okay, I got it. Never mind. I fixed it. No, 40K. Okay, so here's where I'm doing like my own internal forensics on what's going on with our background money. No, nobody else checked my part of the work. As a senior designer, I should have been able to check it on my own. It was a problem that this happened. I technically do have a project manager, but it was my responsibility to check it. It is no longer my responsibility to check it. It now is all on the project managers to check that shit. Exactly. So you understand that we are now taking... That's a big loss. So here's the other thing. We've been in a lawsuit with one previous client for 2 years now, and that has been weighing over my boss's head for a while. Obviously, he's like securing certain amount of money in the account so that if he does have to pay out to them, that he has that money to pay out to them. But here's my other, like I said, forensics on the finances. Bro spends too much money. He spends too much money, and he won't fire people who are my mistake is a pretty hefty mistake. I'm not gonna even try to downplay it. I'm not downplaying it at all. But yeah, basically, that's basically what it is. I'm not downplaying what happened, what my mistake at all. I'm fully taking ownership of it. I have a deal with my boss to do work on the side to make up for some of the window losses. Like, this is like, I'm trying to take ownership of it as much as I can. And it's just really unfortunate that he's not, like, paying attention to all these other reasons why the company is hemorrhaging money. So, like, for example, when you get one of your workers who comes to you and says, hey, I want a raise, and you say, okay, I'm considering it. And then you go to your project managers and your operations manager and you say, hey, this guy's asking for a raise. And your project managers, both of them, 2 project managers, 2 construction managers, Alfonso, if it's the difference between me losing my job and keeping my job, I'm gonna do it, because right now we have a real problem with the job market here, and I do not think I can secure another job for a while. And if I cannot secure another job, I will lose this house. So I will do what I need to do to keep my house. That's it. Bottom line. End of story. So if I have to do 60 hours of free work on the weekends, I'm gonna do it. I'm not losing a very high-paying job because I'm too proud to own my mistakes financially. I am not qualified for that kind of job. Anyway, so yeah, when your construction managers and your operation managers, 3 of your managers tell you that I'm just not in, like, good enough shape for that, period. I'm not fat, but I'm not like, you know, absalicious. Anyway, when 3 of your managers tell you, no, this guy needs to get fired, don't give him a raise, and you still give him a $2 raise, there's a problem. And then you question why he's still making errors and mistakes on the work that is costing you money, even after your 3 construction managers, or your 2 construction managers and operations manager told you that he's problematic. That's on you. That's not on anyone else. It's like somebody who's, like, keeps touching a burning pot and then asking, why is the burning pot hurting me? You know? It just makes no sense to me. So, my boss has an issue with, oh my god, fuck you and your stupid security codes. My boss has an issue with being extremely altruistic. He wants to pay people livable wages, and he wants to foster a certain culture in our company. Both great things, and I'm not saying he can't do that, but he also has to be aware of the reality of who is hurting the company, including me. I'm not saying that I'm absolved from this, and who is helping the company. You cannot give people high-paying salaries who are going to actively not work and actively hurt your company. And again, I didn't say I wasn't absolved from this. I will take my lumps, I will take my demotion, I will take whatever I need to keep this job for now. Like, if the job market was looking better, I'd be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go look somewhere else. And I don't get me wrong, I am looking just in case the company does go under. But I'm not gonna risk losing a high-paying job in this field, because it's very hard to get a job that pays this well in this field, and doing what I actually like doing. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not getting arrested, BB. No, I am. There's another company that I'm eyeing in the issue is that, like, where I live, where my house is, there are not many jobs looking, you know, to look for, and there are not many design companies that will hire remote. Most of the jobs that are available in the area are for engineering firms, of which I am not, and it would be doing commercial work, which I really hate. But yeah, so that's why I'm saying I'd rather keep a job where I like the work that I'm doing, I like designing what I'm designing, but I will look for other jobs if I need to. I will work in places that, like, honestly, I have no issue working a service job either. Like being a waitress or something. An hour trip is too far for me. If it's every day, that's too much. You gotta understand, Alfonso, I literally took this job because it would be a less than a 10-minute commute every day. And because it pays really well. I was used to doing minimum 45-minute commutes before, and I hated it. Absolutely hated it. I don't know why this isn't connecting. It's really pissing me off. The driver is updated. The product is registered. Baby, I am not going to drive 5 hours a day. I'm under my desk. Around some USBs. Okay. I'm trying to see if, like, the issue is my USB ports. Okay, so it's registering the ZenSlab dongle. Alright, bye! What does I'm getting cranky even mean? Oh my god, it's registering now. It's identifying the items. Holy shit. Okay, so today I learned I have 2 bad USBs. I have 2 bad USB ports on my computer because they were plugged into 2 USB ports and they were not working. That's awesome. I love finding out that the USB ports on my PC don't work. The fuck? Waste the first 30 minutes of my stream. Anyway. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at right now, Alfonso. I'm not looking to rock the boat. I'm not looking to... The thing is, like, we have 2 multi-million-dollar projects on the docket right now, and if we could just clinch those contracts, we're gonna be in such good shape. The issue is clinching those contracts because the clients keep going back and forth about design. So, just have to keep doing what I'm doing and hope and pray that it doesn't end up the way I think it's gonna end up. And like I said, I'm not crazy worried. We're not in a bad financial situation, my husband and I. I mean, obviously, if I was unemployed for a whole year, that'd be a problem. But We're not in a bad financial situation. We have family to rely on if we need to. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's so hard for me, Alfonso, because like I'm not lying. There are a few jobs out in town, but most jobs would require me to move, like literally move, which means I have to sell my house, and I don't want to do that after I put so much effort into it already. Because like the job that is available in town that I was looking at, it pays about what I'm getting paid now, but I would be doing work that I really, really, really don't like. It's not that I can't do the work, it's just that I really don't want to do that work. I'd rather keep a job in a semi-dysfunctional environment. Also, keep in mind, you really only hear the bad stuff that happens at work. You don't hear the good stuff as much, or the fun stuff, because that's not as interesting. Obviously, this is pretty bad, and I agree with your advice. I'm not saying I shouldn't look. All I'm saying is that, you know, I'm not disagreeing there. I know. The thing is, like, what I would say is difference between this job and my last job is that this job, I genuinely think if we can get our shit together and my boss can stop doing dumb things like he's doing now, let's just rasterize that. Duplicate it. Like, if he could just stop doing these silly things that he's doing, which it seems like he's finally hitting that. I don't know. My husband says I've been saying that for months. We'll see. He's not gonna stop. I mean, yeah. I hear you. It's not that I don't hear you. I'm being hopeful, and I know I probably shouldn't be. Actually, what am I doing? Stockholm Syndrome? No. No. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. My uncle's calling me. I'm not gonna answer it. I think it'll be okay. I think everything will be okay. Just a bit of an adjustment, I think. But I see what you're saying, mostly because I also see my friend, the one that I got the job at this company, and he's actually as far as I'm aware, he's intending to leave. Why isn't it drying? No, we don't have the skill set to do that. Like, for real, we don't have the skill set for that. Yeah, we don't have the skill set to do that, and also, my friend's health has been failing recently. It's unfortunate, but I like can't do much for him. So this friend has like chronic migraines. He's had chronic migraines his pretty much all of his adult life, and it's unfortunate, but they are now the medication that he takes for the chronic migraines is now really affecting his physical health. And he's currently got undiagnosed organ failure. Like, the doctors can't figure out why he's having these issues where his body is just like essentially shutting down on him. A lot of work on designs? What do you mean? Yeah, it's really sad, and I can't do anything for him. Like, it's his body, like, literally giving out on him, and it's really sad, and it sucks, because, like, I've known him since I was a freshman in college, and I want to do something for him, but I literally can't. There's, like, nothing I can do to make this situation better for him. So, I think between the stress of work and, like, his normal physical ailments, his body is just like, I can't do this anymore, and he's having liver failure, he's having kidney failure. It's not to the point where he needs to be hospitalized yet. He's got ulcers, but it's bad. He was in the hospital earlier this week for more tests, and he's having problems keeping food down. It does suck. It really does suck, and like I literally can't do anything for him. I don't know what I could even do if I wanted to. It's so unfortunate. But that's like where he's at right now, and I don't know. It's sad. So I'm just doing my best to like keep moving forward, and most likely he'll end up going to live with a relative and he won't work for the company anymore, which in all honesty might be better for him. So I'm hoping that he's able to do better. Yeah, shit be crazy right now. That's why we were like, oh, you need to go do this, you need to go do that. Like, it's like, bro, I'm just trying to stay alive. Like, this week, I didn't stream when I was gonna stream because I was just so tired after everything, and the stress of what's going on at work, it's causing me to have trouble sleeping. So, it is what it is. It's a fact of life. It's a phase of life, and we'll get through it. I don't know if that makes me happy or if that makes you happy. Ara ara. Jesus Christ, so awesome. Anyway, yeah, it is what it is. I'm not stressing over it too much. I can't afford to stress over it too much. I have more important things to do. On the upside, I do have a doctor's appointment. I have a doctor's appointment to go to a prenatal specialist. So we getting set up for the future kiddos, you know? I was actually surprised because it was something that was like on my list of things to do, and then it was funny, the lady from the office actually called me. And she's like, hey, we got a referral from your doctor a few months back, and I just want to make sure that you're still interested in doing this. And I was like, hell yeah, I'm interested in doing this. And she's just like, yeah, if you want, we can set you up with one of our doctors to take a look at you and like get you all situated. And I was like, yes, let's do it. Let's get it on the board. And we got it on the board, and that's where we're at right now. He's fine. His doctor says that he's very healthy for his age. Very healthy in general. He's doing fine. The only thing that his doctor said was, why are your creatine levels so high? Because he's been taking them for his weightlifting. But other than that, he's doing fine, Alfonso. Don't worry about him. Me too. Yeah, I married an older man by a year. He's a year older than me. Me too. Excuse me. Yeah, he's a year older than me. Always like saying shit like that. Oh, you're doing well for your age. God, I haven't drawn on the tablet in so long. My hand is so unsteady. It's actually crazy how unsteady I am. But yeah, overall, doing good. Everything's going well, other than work. '83? Wow! You think I'm that old? My god. Alright, let's turn this off. Let's try to import. I'm actually so happy that I got this to actually look decent. Okay. It's a little bit too much of the lightener, so I'm gonna cut that back. Overall, not that bad. Not that bad. We're doing pretty good. I think mainly what I want to do is I just want to get myself back into like a normal rhythm. Because I'm falling out of my own good rhythm, and it sucks. And I hate it. And I want to get back into the rhythm. I want to get back into, like, streaming again, getting more consistent. Because, like, I know every time that I slip on the consistency, you guys, not you specifically, but, like, I'm losing the opportunity to gain followers. So... But also in the good news, there's some major progress on the house. Oh, to release some stress? Yeah, I did the gym yesterday. I hit the gym for about an hour. I biked for an hour. Not an hour. I biked for like 30 minutes and then I did some weightlifting. Oh, I know. I'm very worried about that particular notion because my body is really sensitive to stress. My mental is not necessarily sensitive to stress compared to other people, but my body is very sensitive to stress. Did I evict the crackers? What do you mean, did I evict the crackers? There's nobody living in my house but me right now, bro! And my husband, obviously. No, but, updates with the house is the apartment is, like, 75% sheetrocked. Which is really awesome. And my dad and uncle will be coming this weekend to... Well, it is a house, but it's got 2 apartments in the house. There's my side, which has 2 bedrooms, and then the other side, which has a 1 bedroom. So, the apartment, the single bedroom apartment, is like the apartment is like 70% sheetrocked. The only reason the other 30% isn't Chinese or I have an uncle Chinese or Argentinian. Neither. He's not even biologically related to me. We call him uncle because he's been friends with my dad for more than half of my dad's life. And he's known me since before, or rather he's known my dad since before I was born. They met at my dad's very first job. Like, first real job, not working for family job. And, yeah. Do I have single cousins that you can know? Unfortunately, well, technically, yes. But she's a lot older than you. Let's see, if I'm 33, she's 35. And she has a kid. Yeah, she's 35 and she has a 16-year-old. God, it's so wild to say that she has a 16-year-old. I remember when that child was born. I remember watching hours of Lion King. Okay, the child is old, we can work on that. She? Yeah, she's getting there. She's like... I can't believe she's fucking 16. It's like mind-blowing that she's 16. It's really mind-blowing that she's 16. Alright, so this is what we're working with here. I need to draw the fucking crotch flap zipper thing. I'm gonna draw extra, like, baggy pants lines. The pockets, man. He does have a belt, but I think I'm gonna make the belt separate. And there's a bunch of strappy doos. That, like, attach to nothing, which is really funny. Anyway, but yeah, like so my non-blood cousin, my non-blood uncle is gonna come help with my dad to re-level the floor this weekend, and yeah, it should be fun. It should be a fun time. It should be a tiring time. So I won't be streaming this weekend. Tomorrow will be my last stream for the week with my brother. We're playing Apex. My sister is still in Hawaii, so she will not be joining us because she's a bougie girl and she's in Hawaii. But yeah. Nah, she's not bougie. She's worked hard for her money and deserves to take a break if she needs to. Plus, it was her birthday recently, so she deserves to take a trip if she wants to take a trip. And girl can afford it, like I said. She's not broke, like me. You miss my sister? Damn. When your viewers like your sister more than yourself. She'll be back. She's like kind of doing some soul searching right now. Because like, she was a little disappointed that her Etsy shop didn't do as well during the holidays as she thought it was gonna do. So she had like an idea of how many items that she wanted to sell, and she didn't sell as much as she wanted. The only reason she sold a lot of what she did was because a lot of family and friends asked for stuff to be made and paid her. So she's kind of like trying to figure out what she wants to do in the future, because she really doesn't want to go back to corporate America, but if she has to, she has to. Alright, where is this friggin' crotch? That's what I need to know. Okay, so the crotch line is here. Yeah, I agree. I'm not worried about her. She will find a way to make herself successful. Let's just call him her husband, because they're basically married. Bro is basically married into the family already. Alright, so that's what I need to add to the pants. They've been dating for like, I don't know. If my husband and I have been together for 10 years, then they've been dating for like 7. And, Alfonso, I'm gonna tell you right now, unless you can change yourself to Asian, you don't have a chance. She's got a type, and it's very, very, very simple to tell. Yeah, we've been together for 10 years. We met when I was 24. Yeah. It's crazy to think that we've been together for so long. That's why, like, when my mom, like, at Christmas time, she's like, "You're coming down to Florida with us to see Grandma? I thought you'd want to spend your first Christmas with your husband." And I'm like, "Mom, I've been with this man for 10 years. Christmas isn't that important that I need to spend my first Christmas with him when we've been together for 10 years, you know? Like, she's like, "But it's the first year you're married." I'm like, "Uh-huh, and?" Christmas isn't going to become, like, integral for us to spend time together until we have kids. That's just how I feel about it. We don't have kids, so it's like, damn, my sister's a racist. She's not. She just has a type. It's always so funny because she'll be like, when we were first, like, meeting our significant others, I was like, "What do you think of him?" And she's like, "Yeah, he's conventionally attractive." And I'm like, "What does that mean?" And she's like, "He's not my type." And it's funny because I did the same thing to her when she showed me pictures of her fiance or whatever, her partner. It's like, "He's not my type, but he's cute for you." Just mad funny. Listen, my brother has a type too. My brother is strictly into Asian girls and Hispanic girls. Like, it's so funny. He doesn't really have an interest in, like, blondes. He doesn't really have an interest in redheads. Will he acknowledge that they're attractive? Yeah. But I've never seen him, of all the girls that I've seen him with or dating or interested in, none of them have ever been European girls. It's funny. It's just so funny to me. He's just never been into European girls, and it's so funny to me. I don't know anything about doing freaking pants creases, so we'll go wing it and hope I don't fuck it up. We're just gonna, like, kind of do this. This is not actually the final. It's just me, like, mapping things out. But yeah, so it's just really funny. Because, like, everybody in our family, or of the kids, clearly has types. It is what it is. There's really no disputing it. Accentuate what's over here. Again, I'm like so bad with this shit. Okay, so we have pants creases. The pockets. Where do the pockets sit? They sit low. High. Close. Have I seen another anime series, movie, or game that have piqued my interest? Okay, so currently I binge watched Pantheon, which is a Netflix animated show. It's not an anime, it's just an animated show on Netflix. Really good. I did not like the ending. The ending, I'm gonna just be real with you. I don't like anything that messes with the concept of time. I don't like. I think it's like a major plot failing when you have to mess with the concept of time. Time is such a... In my mind, time should be finite, and when any show or movie or whatever messes with time, and it doesn't bother me if it's like, oh, she casted a spell and the spell turns back the time like 5 seconds is all you get. That's fine. That doesn't bother me. It's when it's like the main character goes back in time and saves his brother from dying to the dragon. Like, that cheapens the death. It cheapens the character growth. It cheapens everything. And I hate it. I hate that stuff. So, like, I loved Pantheon as a show. Pantheon, I would give Pantheon, like, a solid 8.5 out of 10. What brought the score down for me was honestly the way it ended. The ending was cute, but it played with that concept of time, and I always make deductions for that, because, again, there were so many ways that could have been written that didn't involve time, and they chose to go that route, and it bothered me, and I give it the deduction for that. Otherwise, very good story. There were some not plot holes, but, like, I wouldn't call them plot holes, but I would call them plot weird spots. You know? They weren't necessarily, like, story breaking, but it was also like, this is very dramatic kind of stuff, you know? It is a little bit, in my mind, unnecessary dramatics. But overall, 8.5 out of 10. Loved that show. Thought it was very, very good. Loved the character development. Love the story, the main plot line. Really, really, really good. Definitely makes you think. I love a show that makes you think. And not just like, oh, you're thinking because you're trying to solve the mystery. I love shows that bring up concepts that you have to grapple with. Meaning, like, the concept of humanity, the concept of what is real, the concept of, you know, what is the concept of, like, when do you consider someone dead, like, all of that kind of stuff. Like, very, very interesting talking points that show brings up. So I do recommend that show. I'm actually in the middle of watching Pose right now, which is it's a show about the 80s and 90s New York City ballroom scene. The theme of the series, I would call it like sci-fi. I would say, and like I usually am not into sci-fi, but it was really interesting. The premise of the show is that, I mean, I can literally explain to you like the premise of the first episode. There's a girl. Main character's name is Maddie. She is struggling in her new school because she just moved to the area and she's getting picked on and all this stuff. The concept is that she just lost her father a couple years ago, and she hasn't adjusted since that period. And now she's in high school in a new area, and she's getting bullied. She gets a message from an unknown person that only speaks in emojis, and she is really confused where this message comes from and like what it is. It's only emojis for a little bit, I promise you. It's definitely worth watching. And the messenger is claiming to be someone that she knows, and from there the story kind of like unfolds, because there's this huge mystery around who this person is, how are they talking to her, things like that. Like it's very interesting. It's very interesting. And like it kind of balloons into this, there is this whole hidden agenda conspiracy about the future of humanity, essentially, and the future of technology. And that's what I meant, like, it has you grappling with the concept of what is human, what is being alive, what is being dead, what is going too far. It's really, really interesting. Yeah, highly recommend. Very, very good show. I very, very much enjoyed the show. I'm not, like I said, I'm usually not into sci-fi either, but it's not sci-fi like Star Wars sci-fi or like space and like Star Trek and things like that. And boy, you told me that you're into Stargate. No, Cinderella Grey's got a bit of a serious tone to it. It only has like little goofy bits when Ogre's being silly. But yeah, I'm like I said, I'm not a huge sci-fi person. You hate Stargate? I could have swore you said you liked Stargate. Someone said they did. Damn, I'm sorry. Alright, so these socks are black, and they do have lines on them. His socks are like a bluish tone. Anyway, yeah, not a huge sci-fi fan myself, but I liked this. It wasn't too sci-fi-y. You duly noted. I'm also not a fan of those things. Like, actually, I enjoyed Stargate, but more for like the interpersonality of it rather than the where's my mouse? Why does it keep disappearing? I enjoyed like the interpersonality of Stargate, not necessarily speaking about the space aspect of it. Wasn't really a huge fan of that. The new Magic expansion? No, I did not. Edge of Eternities? It looks very spacey. They riding on that color burn art style. No wait, Edge of Eternities was in August. What's the new set? Am I missing something? What? Oh my god, Ninja Turtles. What the fuck? Wait, okay. Not gonna lie, the Lorwyn Eclipse series that's coming out in like a week is actually like really pretty. The art in this is gorgeous. Fucking Ninja Turtle set. You've got to be joking me. That's so funny. Like, that's really, really pretty. Bringing back steam vents. It's a fairy set. Oh, you didn't like them? Merfolk. I like merfolks and fairies, that's why it's like, it's interesting to me. Potato Head here is kind of weird. I just like the vibrancy of the colors, and that's what I'm leaning towards. Yeah. Again, I'm not getting back into Magic. I already told you that. That's not happening. It's not happening. We're not doing it. I don't have the money. I don't have the money to do that. We're not getting back into Magic. I don't have the money. And even if I had the money, I wouldn't do it. Can't be spending all my money on paper. But yeah, like I said, the second show that I'm currently on the 3rd season of, which is the last season, I just started the 2nd episode of the 3rd season, is Pose, which I don't know if you'd like that one. Like I said, it's about the ballroom scene in New York City during the 90s, the late 80s and the 90s. It's about, like, the AIDS epidemic. It's really entertaining. I've been enjoying it a lot. Really good character arcs, good story. I live for character development. If I see, like, strong character development over the course of seasons, like, that's what gets me. Pose. Pose. P-O-S-E. Pose. Like, strike a pose. Yeah, I like the show a lot. I'm invested. And I'm gonna be sad when it's over. But honestly, I like a show that has a strong conclusion. I don't like shows that end on like a wishy-washy. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now with TV. Oh my god. Why are you so dark? That is definitely not the best ending. The fuck. Alright, how does this look? It's so dark. It's reading really dark. So what if I did that? Yeah, that's way more the color tone I'm looking for. Nah, I've been using the Skyrim background noise because it's quite peaceful and I like it. Anyway, so that's what I'm kind of watching right now. I'm trying to think what I want to watch next. Let me check my anime list. What was I watching? Excuse my sniffles. I've been watching... I've been watching on Crunchyroll. The first episode just came out. The Invisible Man and his soon-to-be wife. Really cute. Very interesting. The man is invisible. Turn it down a tiny bit? Okay. The man is invisible, but the girl, like the love interest girl, is frickin' blind. So it doesn't matter that he's invisible because she can't see him anyway. But yeah, it's very cute. It's very cute, and it's quite funny. Or at least, like, you know, it's not like it's not like gut clenching funny, but it's funny. It's cute. I like it. And then I'm also watching Restaurant in Another World. And Tis Time for Torture Princess. That one is actually really funny. The story is about a strong warrior princess. Like, she's like a knight for her country. And she gets captured by, the Demon Lord. And they're trying to extort, information out of her about her family. Right? Oh, hi, Logic! Uma Musume stream when? Let's see. Uma Musume stream when? What day is it today? Also, welcome. Witch Hat I heard about that one, Days. I heard about that one. Welcome, by the way. Haven't seen you in a minute. Uma Musume stream when? Okay, so here's the deal. I have Apex tomorrow. My family is coming on Friday, and they will be here Saturday and Sunday. So I probably won't be doing another Uma stream until Monday. I was gonna do one this Monday, but work was just a little too chaotic, and I came home and immediately passed out. How have things been, Days? Alright, I think this is where I want the socks. It's very saturated, though. Do I want it that saturated? No, I want it less saturated. We're gonna actually lighten it even more. What does this look like? Even less saturated. Is it this? Yeah. How about I become an Uma in front of my family? I mean... I am not cosplaying in front of my family. That is a recipe for disaster. Big building, big trouble. Avatar MTG said, got sick, now better. I was also sick during Christmas. It was very unpleasant. My brother did it. It was his fault. He went to he's a volunteer firefighter right now. And he went to the firefighter Christmas party, and he drank, and he got shit-faced, and yeah, then he got sick from someone at the party, and then he got me sick when he came down to Florida to see our grandmother. So that was an unfun way to spend my Christmas. Okay, wait. Is this the crazy building that you've been working on for like the past 4 years? For anybody who doesn't know, I actually know Days in real life. He is one of my best friends. He is one of my college buddies. And he's been working at an architecture firm for, I don't know, how long have you been there? I've been at this company for almost 4 years now, so you've got to have been that company for like 6 years, something like that? But yeah, he's been working on this like insane building forever. And wait, are they actually like building this shit now? Have they finally broken ground on this thing? For this year? I thought you've been at this company way longer than that. I feel like you were there a lot longer than that. Maybe I'm crazy. Okay, this is much more the tone that I want for these socks. Now I just have to paint the rest of the socks. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. And then we'll add the black lines later. Don't worry about those. We'll add those later. Wait, the Rock Center one? Yeah, send me a pic. Can you hear me, you guys? Because my mute button is, like, screwing up. Hello? Hello? Can you guys hear me? I'm so far away now. Is that better? Is that better? Yeah, my mic has been having some weird issues lately. Great. Can you hear me, or did I mute myself again? Worse, somehow? Oh my god, okay. Better? I unplugged it and plugged it back in, and it usually resets it. Way better. Okay, good. Did you send me the picture on Discord? I want to see this. Listen, that strategy works for literally everything. Alright, socks, check. Is this the one that had the crazy, like the crazy adventure park on the inside? No, right? That's the new one. That's what I thought. That's the problem building. But they finally broke ground on it, which is crazy because you've been working on that thing forever. And I thought that would never happen since they went back to the drawing board so many times. What are we doing? We need to do those weird stripey doodles. We're not gonna do the actual stacking of the sock because that's weird. It's going very fast now. That's scary. Yeah, New York City construction be crazy. New York City construction be fucking crazy. Did they actually settle on putting a freaking amusement park element into the building, or is it not happening anymore? That's what I really want to know. Because when you were showing me the designs for that one, I was like, what the they will have it? Oh my god. What is the final, like, decision on that? I mean, Alfonso, let's be real talk for a second. My friend is working on the design for a building that is going in New York City, and it's going to have an amusement park on the inside. Do you not think that's crazy? This is New York City we're talking about. I understand that there is a lot of strange things in New York City, but that takes the cake in my book. I think that's all the way up on his leg. Oh yeah, this is really low on his leg. Okay. Like, that's not a normal thing for you to build an office building. An office building, by the way. With an amusement park ride in it. That's not normal. Is it a roller coaster? What did it end up being? It's honestly so funny to me that this is something that you're building right now. How have things been for you, by the way, in this working in the city? Like, have the economical shifts been affecting your company? That's crazy. That's so extra. Okay, I don't like the way that this is sitting on his foot. much smoother. That looks way better. How's things with girlfriend? Bro, is that thing, like, structurally sound? It looks wild. I mean, it looked wild the first time you showed it to me, but, like, is it actually structurally sound? For context, Alfonso, this is the building that his companies were designing. This is not a real photo, obviously. It's a photo rendition. My god, the mechanicals that had to go into this building. So what is, like, this top section supposed to be? Like, I see the people for scale here, but is it just a giant observatory? Also, how are they gonna maintain these plants at this altitude? Isn't it gonna also be windy as fuck up here? Ah, I see. I'm just, like, so concerned with how, like, narrow this is, and how wide this is, and how high it is. Ah, this is more accurate to what it's supposed to look like. I don't care how thick that plexiglass is, this is still a big nope for me. Appalling. I agree, usually like avant-garde architecture, but this is crass and look at me. Oh my god, people hate it. So when you stay in the tiny hotel, so it's a hotel on the bottom? I mean, this person likes it. And this one does too. Okay, there's a few people who like it. Top posters are naysayers. 40 floors of hotel? 1,800... What the fuck is this for? Is this literally for, like, when the ball drops and nothing else? Because I'm gonna be honest with you. New York City hotels are never fully booked. What is small to you? Like, 10 by 12 room? 10 by 10 room? Yeah, obviously he's trying to maximize revenue. The reality is that the client is trying to maximize revenue. He's got to make his money back on spending this much for this freaking stunt he's pulling. Thought for sure this project was dead, but given the report that the profits all observe it. Okay, that's fine. I'm not showing any of the pictures that you send me on Discord on stream. Highly idiosyncratic design. I'm all for innovative, risk-taking design, but this is just plain ugly and will become an instant stain on the world-famous New York City skyline. Space Needle was a risk-taking, but this is a terrible mistake that we will suffer with for decades to come. I love it, it's stunning. I love the architectural view of the building. I mean, personally, it's definitely very gauche for me, or gauche, whatever the term is. But I like that it's so tall, because New York City is a vast and beautiful city to see from above. So if you can get up that high and observe the city, you know, as these renditions are showing, it's gonna become an iconic attraction, no matter how ugly or pretty you think it is. That's just how it's gonna be. My biggest concern is that because it's so narrow in this zone, it's going to have the same issues that 120 Park has, where there's a foot of sway because of wind currents on the upper floors. And because this is way more top-heavy than 120, from what I'm observing, I'm concerned about that. That's what I'm concerned about. Because 120 at least has, or whatever it is, 124... Yeah, 124 Park Ave? No. This one. What's it called? .432 Park Ave, that's what it's called. So, like, the issue that this building has is that it's so tall and narrow that the people who live in the penthouse suites up at the top can experience up to a foot of sway because of wind turbulence up there. Which to me is nuts. Why would you want to live in something like that? And that's also with this building having these pockets to let air pass through. So, my worry with your building is that because it is way more top heavy than this thing is, that it's going to experience some of that sway as well. Yo, I was hoping someone would comment this. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, because, like, that's it has to be light, like, it can't be overly encumbered up there, otherwise it really is like an engineering flaw. But this is so funny to me, because it's actually mind-blowing how many people don't know about the city building. It really is. The engineer's gonna die from stress. I mean, bro, I would not want to be the engineer in charge of that building. Not gonna lie. $70-hour weeks for a months? I mean, I hope he's getting paid for that overtime, but my god. I mean, the calculations he's gotta run on that shit is just mind-boggling. I would not want to be a high-rise building engineer. That sounds insane to me. I mean, you saw our structural engineer professor when we were in school. I don't think he was all that old, but he was freaking gray. Structural engineering is stressful. The liability is crazy. They're calling it a fancy hotel, but you're telling me that these rooms are shoeboxes? That's kind of funny. I see the new future symbol of the New York City souvenir shops. There better be, like, really nice amenities in this hotel to make up for that. Gold shoeboxes? Oh god. Please tell me it's not that gaudy. Stupid name, stupid design, stupid holdout at the base, just stupid. Maybe the stick shift. Oh my god. They took out the gold trim. Yeah, I mean, gold trim is very, that's not true. Gold trim can be done nicely. Especially if it's not actually gold and it's more brass. It can be done nicely. But most people tend to do it the way Trump does it, and that's not nice. You sent it to my old email? My god. You're gonna make me rummage for this shit? Got like 65 emails, bro. Ugh, and something in my eye. Okay, okay. I mean, they're not at the stage where they're, like, actually, like, outfitting these rooms yet. I'm sure they're not even close. They haven't even finished the structural on the lower floors yet. Jesus. Alright, let's see how fucking tiny this shit is. Oh my god! Is that even legal? Nope, I'm not even a little bit interested in Hytale. I see Saba playing it earlier today. No, but for real, bro, is that even legal? There's no walking space. Like the double rooms are okay, but there are rooms here that are literally so tiny. The reality is that they wouldn't even I don't know how this got approved. But, like, how does that legally get approved? Aren't there limits on, like, walkable space? Because technically, by code, yes, these meet the square footage requirements for rooms. But if the reality is that they're trying to fit a queen-size bed in these rooms, this is not okay. This is not big enough. And also, they're cheating. The square footage that I'm seeing here is absolutely including the bathroom. That's the only way you could get a number that high. I mean, yes, but like, I wouldn't want to stay in a hotel room that I literally can't walk around in. I'm sorry, but most Americans are obese and would not fit in this space, aside from the entrance hallway. Like, these are not... So you're telling me this is considered a fancy hotel, but I'm sorry, this is not fancy at all. The sizes of this is not fancy at all. Really? That's so tragic. I'm sorry, but having literally 13 inches between the wall and your bed on either side of a queen bed is criminal. That's allowed. Alright, so the real question here that I need to look up now that we've brought this up. Aha! This is what I thought. This is why I think the rooms are so tiny. There you go. I mean, I think people who are foreigners who come here, like when the Chinese and the Japanese tourists come here, they're probably gonna be like, yeah, but that's assuming that the price isn't like crazy. But given the location, the price has to be crazy, right? For these shoe boxes. But I think this is probably one of the secret underground reasons as to why the hotel rooms are so small. Because if they can fill unfilled rooms with subsidized homeless funds, then the room size doesn't matter. They don't care as long as they're getting paid for the night. So basically, what I'm thinking is that building will probably be sold out on like major holiday nights and weeks, but like for the most part won't be filled, because 1,800 bedrooms or suites is a lot. That's a lot. That's a crazy amount of rooms. So, I wouldn't be surprised if part of the secret goal is to take advantage of the New York subsidies for homeless placements at night. Especially if what the... I mean, I doubt it, because the AI... The freaking Google AI is shitty. But if it's even remotely accurate, then those subsidies are probably crazy. But yeah. Alright, it is 10:45, guys. I need to get off. I did not make as much progress as I was hoping because I spent the first half of the stream. Clientele are looking for super upscale. They have a VIP bar. That's true. I'm not saying that it's not true. They're looking to bank off of foreigners that don't know any better, coming to have a nice experience and who aren't morbidly obese and can fit in these tiny shoebox rooms. But yeah, I do think that is probably an undercutting reason for it. I'm not gonna say it's not, in my mind. But yeah, I'm not saying it's the primary reason at all. But I wouldn't be surprised if it is a reason for some of the rooms. I did an advanced just I did. I got the pockets in. And I did a sketch and I did the socks. Not a lot. I know, I know. No, this is gonna take me a while to do. I might work on this all week, next week. Honestly, it's not that far away from where it needs to be. It's really just texturing detail. I think his hair is kind of where I want it to be. I think it just needs some zhuzhing on the ponytail. And he needs ears. His ears need to be fixed. But it's not that bad. Alright, well, thank you everybody who hung out, who stuck around, and it was good to see you, Days. I haven't seen you in a while. But yeah. You'll be happy to know, Days, that there's progress being made on the apartment next door. It is 70% sheetrocked. So, big progress. We'll see how it goes. And, I'll see you guys tomorrow for Apex with my brother. So, have a good night. And, I'll talk to you later. Bye! That's not... It's fine, it's fine. I had fun. I'm an architecture nerd like you. So it's all good.